And first I introduce Mr. Simon. He's the boss of everything. And then I introduce a lovely lady from Austria, Elizabeth. Not Sissy, she is, but almost. Elizabeth, the Empress of Passau in this moment. So, yes, then we start.
Okay. Hello, all together. Hello. I'm Walter Simon, and I'm from the confectioner Simon. And first, before we start, a little bit about the history of our business. I also a little bit have to do with what I explained earlier. We started here in Passau in 1903 as a gingerbread maker and a candle maker. And since this time, it was always a family-owned business. I'm the fourth generation, fifth generation this size already, so business will go on. And as we started here in Passau, the gingerbread maker and the candle maker, my grandfather has two masters. And it was usual at this time is that these two businesses always work together about the bees. The gingerbread maker uses the honey, the candle maker uses the bee wax. Because traditionally the old candles been made out of bee wax. Later the stearin, the cheaper one comes, and then it's also changed everything. So they not only work together alone like bees, also they work together. Oh yeah. Before we start, we just give you honey gingerbread. This that's honey gingerbread, the oldest gingerbread recipe we have on the market. So they also work together because they're using the same molds. See here, so traditionally all molds, wooden carved, and the gingerbread maker rolled his dough in it, put it out, and then bake it. The candle maker, he put its hot fluid wax in it, and when it's cold, he put it also out. And it was a symbiosis because the gingerbread maker worked with flour, and it's not so good for the wood. After he finished his work, he washed it, and then the bee wax of the oil and the bee wax was very good for the wood. So it was also a very good symbiosis for both. And usually at this time, one person had two masters. So that's they work together. So, and as I mentioned, when you want to go to have a sweet present, you go to the gingerbread maker. And as you see, that's the horse. Here, when the kids start in school, you get the ABCs. Or, of course, also, this time very often religious motifs we have. And here that's the Christ child. And that's also one of our oldest molds we have. This one is carved 1688. So that you also know which decades we are from. So, here. That's St. Nicholas as he really looked once, because he was a bishop. So, and when an important visitor comes in the city, of course you get a big present. Then you get the Passau wolf. That's the sign of our city. So, of course, gingerbread maker, when he started his work, the traditional honey gingerbread dough is a very special dough in itself too. And I will give you now a hand and the ground recipes of gingerbread. And it's like a walk through the centuries of gingerbread making because how they've been started to sweeten. So the oldest traditional recipe is the honey gingerbread, as I said already, and it's only sweetened with honey. And it's also a very simple and poor recipe. We start to produce this one in the low season, May, June, July. And at this time it's honey, flour, some spices, that's all. Then down in the cellar, and we store the pre-dough, I say to this one, so long till we start to work. You can store this dough also 1 year. Nothing happens. It makes always a small fermentation, and later on it's much better when you have stored it. So when we start to work, we just put it up from the cellar in the machine again. Few egg yolks in it, a lot of more spices. The dough is always overspiced, as you can hear, you smell it. We flour away in the oven, and a little bit of ammonium and potash. That's like baking soda for rising up. That's it. That's the poorest simple recipe. And here you see it's a strong dough. you see better. It's a strong dough. It's a little bit like leather. In the old time, it was much harder than this one, because if you want to see the contours on the baked gingerbread, the dough have to be strong. So, and of course, then it was harder also the gingerbread. But you needed this time the shelf life, and that's no problem then. And the gingerbread usually dries out more and more, gets harder and harder. And later on, when you put it in a box, it gets softness back. Or also in the old time, there was also dunking cookies. They dunked it in the hot milk, and then they eat it. So, of course, slowly the sugar cane comes to Europe, and so the next generation of gingerbread starts. And this one is now molasses sweet. Sugar cane and molasses sweet. And for this one, we say, that's the one in the green box. For this one, we say spicy gingerbread. And we give them the name also because the real secret of all of the gingerbreads are the spices, the combination of the spices. If you changes them, you changes the character, the soul, taste of the gingerbread itself. The spices that we're using are cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, nutmegs, vanilla, and also traditionally pepper. We do also a little bit pepper in it, because the pepper brings out all the other flavors. So, of course, then sugar beet was in Europe, sugar was followed, and the business of the gingerbread maker gone, because the gingerbread maker work only with honey. Nowadays, that's our business. The conditor, the pastry chef, and this business starts. In Germany, we have, it's a part of our apprenticeship, that we learn gingerbread making. But it's only a small part. For us, it's traditionally, so we have a lot of recipes. So, the last one now, that's the sugar beet sweetened. For this one, we say Elisenlebkuchen. And Elisenlebkuchen is in Germany a common name. It stands for one of the highest quality of gingerbread, because there is also not allowed, only 3% in the dough is allowed with flour. For our recipe, we don't use any flour. And so the dough is also very special. It's a soft dough, a very soft dough. And you have to put it on a wafer, dry overnight in a special oven, and bake it the other day when you have a skin on the surface. If you don't have the skin on the surface, it's too soft and it flows us away in the oven with gingerbread. So these are the three main groups of gingerbread: honey sweetened, sugarcane molasses sweetened, and sugar beet sweetened. And any recipes are on the market are coming out of one of these round recipes. So now a little bit about the advent wreath.
Yeah, if you like to make your advent wreath maybe next year, what do? You take actually a ring. It can maybe of straw, also old newspapers, you can make a ring out of it. Always a ring, because that's eternal life, the ring. Then you put some evergreens around it, little twigs of whatever you have for trees, evergreens. Green is the color of hope, but it's also eternal life, stays always green. What is important, a gardener's wire, also green, so you can fix the little twigs on your wreath. So she demonstrates it a little bit, Elizabeth, how easy that job is. It's a lovely job if you have children or grandchildren, because it's perfect if you make your own one. And then you say, yes, well, if it's all done and it's beautiful green, I need some candles. Yes, beeswax candles, every candle you like. Catholic Church like to have them in Advent violet. We're still waiting. The price is not born already. So what do? You take a nail without a head and you heat it up at one end. And if you say, ow, then it's hot enough. Then you stick it, of course, with that hot part at the other side of the candle, like Elizabeth will demonstrate, like this. And then you put it in the advent wreath. Very easy. It stays forever. You see? And then it's your own choice. What do you like? Little pieces of gingerbread, dried fruits you can take, everything you like, and you make it as beautiful as you want.
Well, you have to prefer gingerbread.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for demonstrating the advent wreath. And then Mr. Simon will tell something more, I think.
Yeah. Just okay. It was a long tradition that the kids get on Christmas evening sweet presents. And in the old time, of course, it was honey gingerbread. And sometimes it also was the decoration for the Christmas tree. And out of this tradition, you get from us, from our house, an early Christmas present for your Christmas tree at home. It is a handcrafted, decorated honey gingerbread star. There's a hole in it, so you can hang it up on your Christmas tree at home. Think about the nice trip you had here in Germany and Austria, and what we hope, especially here in Passau. So we wish you a wonderful Christmas time. Thank you very much. Get your present outside the tent. And who have marks, please put it on.
For all of you, of course, the Mox is a table outside to put it on. Don't forget the lovely Christmas store. And we thank all again Mr. Simon and the lovely Elizabeth for their presentation.